Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Fractional Friday. That's right, folks. Today is Fractional Friday, and that means that we've got a new SBS drop. But before we get into the contents of this week's SBS drop, we've got to take care of a couple orders of business. Now, in addition to a mail call that I've been eagerly awaiting, we've got some new unique pieces that I don't have yet to add to a collection that I've been working on. So I'm really excited to look into these vintage pieces. But before we even do that, we have to take care of something that we forgot to take care of on the last episode, and that is crowning PMG's 2023 sticker up onto the sticker board. We, of course, have one of our very first stickers ever added to the board. In fact, this may have been the first. I don't remember. JK Pioneer is first, but he's not always first in the sense of being first. I believe... I don't know if it was Old Country Coin Collector. I think it may have been PMG who gave me my first sticker for the sticker board. And so, regardless of the fact of who was first, PMG is already represented up here. We got 2022, and we also have a duplicate here. We got JK Pioneer first, and we've also got a JK Pioneer Oregon Trail Memorial Round sticker. So, anyways, I digress. The point is that we need to get PMG's 2023 sticker up, and now I have to decide where this is going to go. Honestly, right now, the best place for this is seeming like over by where Savage Stacker is. They're on the bottom right, because we've got a color match going on there. We got flames, and I think flames and flames together could never hurt. So let's go ahead and get this situated right here. Cannot overlap bionic fish. Hi, fishy. A little fishy frack right over here. Alright, so PMG going right under the fishy frack. Very nice. Like it. Okay, well, that's a very nice placement. So, sorry to waste the first 2 minutes on that, but it wasn't really a waste in my opinion. We've got PMG underlining there with the flames. Very, very nice, complementing Savage and Fishy there. So let's go ahead, and before we get into the mail call, we of course have to take a look at the stack packs that we got going. Now, as soon as I've shown kind of the fronts and backs of all of these Fractional Friday stack packs, we're going to have the drop go live on the website. If you're watching the premiere right now, then you'll be seeing the link in the comments here, or in the chat box here in just a moment, and then as soon as we drop that link in the chat box, we'll also add it to the video description. So anyways, this week's Fractional Friday is actually going to be a $20 drop, and it's a very simple drop, right? I found a couple bars that I think this bar by Monarch Precious Metals was actually inspired by this Johnson Matthey bar. Not this one in particular. There's a Johnson Matthey bar that has your typical hammer logo, diagonal hammer logo, JM hammer logo on the back, and I believe that this Monarch Precious Metals may have been inspired by that bar, because you look at this, and this reminds you of kind of a typical JM bar. In fact, let me go grab that one. JM hammer logo on the back. Now take a look at this. You got a Monarch Precious Metals MPM logo, MPM crown logo on the back. Now, your JM logo, of course, is going down on a on a downward diagonal angle, whereas the MPM is kind of going at an upward angle. But these truly seem very, very inspired, because the MPM seems very inspired from the JM, and I like that about it, because this gives it a very vintage feel. And in fact, this is a vintage MPM bar. It's funny to throw the word vintage around there, but vintage just means something that is from the past that they don't make anymore. And guess what, folks? They don't make these MPM thin wafer bars anymore. Look how thin these are. And just like the JM bar as well. Like if you look, here's an example of a blank back. So this one's got a blank back right here. So this is not inspired, right? These are completely different backs. This is a blank back. But this is also a JM bar. And it's a 5-gram bar. This one, of course, is serialized. The JM bar is serialized, whereas the MPM bars are not. So that's kind of what the fronts look like. They're very much inspired from one another. Now, if you take a look here, look at how thin these are. These are wafer thin. I like to call these wafer bars. You remember how I just picked up that 1 gram Johnson Matthey toner a few videos back? That was a wafer bar as well. Now take a look at how thin those are. That's beautiful. I love that about this, because then you get to enjoy the front even more. It has a much wider obverse and a much taller obverse too than a typical 5 gram bar, you know. So that's what I really like about these 5 grammers, and so that's why I thought, like, since there's such a, you know, these are pretty much the same thing. They're both 5 grams of really thin silver, 999 fine. But they, you know, the premiums differ though just because of the brand name. Both of these, you know, MPM is a very reputable brand name. You got AG Stacker. He gets his rounds made by Monarch Precious Metals, and I see lots and lots of people who have nice poured Monarch Precious Metals pieces and even pressed pieces in their stack, because it's pretty quality stuff. Like, they're kind of biting the design of the JM bar, but honestly they're doing it very tastefully in my opinion. So anyways, I thought it would be really cool to, since these aren't made anymore, you can't just go on the Monarch Precious Metals website and go buy more of these. I don't think they have a back stock of these. So anyways, I thought I would give people an opportunity to grab some of these cool wafer bars. And I think they have some other wafer bars, but they're not the portrait style. They're more of a landscape variety. I think it has like an eagle on it or something, so it's a little bit different, but it's still a cool wafer bar. They're pretty reasonably priced, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken. I've never bought them directly from the Monarch Precious Metals website, the new ones, but I was looking at the pricing. I don't think it was too crazy, but I don't know how the shipping and all the tax and stuff works. But anyways, let's take a look at this. So we've got a selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's basically, you're more than likely gonna get a Monarch Precious Metals discontinued 5 gram bar, but there's one chance to get this JM blank back. This is a blank back right here, folks. So I was showing you the blank back. This is a 100,000 minted bar by Johnson Matthey. So this is like a really nice example. It's I just love the blank backs, honestly. It's got a border there. It almost looks like SBS is biting JM too. It's like, wow, I have, just like JM, I have a border there. This is actually supposed to be a little bit more proof-like, but this is kind of worn down because it's such an old bar. Normally this is a little bit more shiny, but this example in particular, yeah, I think, like, yeah, see, this one's a little bit more shiny, slightly more shiny, but anyways, yeah, maybe SBS is biting Johnson Matthey as well. I have to have a word with management. Okay, and then take a look here at the front. A nice toner paired there with an SBS Slim Stacker. So everybody here, I thought, you know, there's so few opportunities to get SBS Slim Stackers, so I thought, let me throw an SBS Slim Stacker in every single stack pack. Each people are going to have an opportunity to get a maximum of 2 slots, so please don't abuse that rule. Don't get more than 2, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Read all the rules, right, of the listing, and if you're interested, you can get up to 2 slots per household. So here are the stack packs, close up. Take a look. Open this thing up so you can take a look at what we got here. It's a bunch of A-Mark stuff that we've got. Alright, let's crack open into this package. Well, this is what was inside there. I'm so excited to pick these up. I'm extremely excited to pick these up, in fact. So, I only had one example of this before. It's an extreme toner. I've shown it once on the channel before. This is a USVI poured round, poured ingot. Very, very few of these were made. They're all slightly different. They're all like poured ingots, poured ingot rounds. They're just pressed. They look super, super rough, you know? I just love these. Okay, so these came in very many designs. I don't quite have them all. This is the Pisces. It's like a little fish here on the front. This came in the original packing. This is what the original packaging used to look like. It's a little bit torn up, a little bit beat up there, but this is what it looked like in the original packing. 1 ounce Troy 999 silver. Over here on the back it says warranty. The purity of this ingot is guaranteed by the hallmark struck on the reverse. Copyright 1980 USVI Ingot Company. And this is what the artwork looks like on the front. Now these original packaging, there's very, very few of the original packaging left. It'll be very difficult to find the original packaging if you find these rounds, because people didn't like this original packaging. When these rounds first came out, the packaging was not very popular, so a lot of people just threw the packaging away, right? Like a lot of people nowadays, they don't care about the original packaging. I mean, I always care about the original packaging. I always preserve it if I have it, and I even pay a premium sometimes for the extra packaging. But because people didn't really value the original packaging originally, there's very few of these examples, from my understanding, where you can actually find it with the original packaging. And so that's why I'm super excited that these ones also came with the original packaging, because that really helps me complete my set. Now, this you saw was an extreme toner, right? This was the Pisces fish extreme toner. This has been preserved much, much better. There's no... even the packaging is in better condition. So this right here is the ram's head. So poured ram's head. It's my very first time seeing this in the flesh. I'm extremely excited about this. I really, really like these USVI poured rounds. They have such a high relief. You know, look at that. That's so crazy. And look at the back here. Now the back on these reverses on these poured rounds, I think there's even different types of reverses, but I'm not familiar enough with the difference in the reverses. Larry Large Stacks on YouTube has a video, I think, where he kind of goes over some of those different reverses, if I'm not mistaken, and so that's pretty cool. So this is the ram's head. Really, really amazing poured round there. Super excited to be able to pick that one up. Let's take a look at these other ones. I've got actually different ones for each one, so that's why I'm super excited about it. This one right here is the Roman head. Oops, SBS. This is the Roman head. Check that out. Wow, nice work. Really, really cool. This one. This one's the chariot. It's the horse in the chariot. The horse in the chariot. Focus a little bit better there, camera. One ounce Troy. This is really, really... Oh, let's see. It says this silver ingot is one of 1,000 poured from control batch 10153 USVI ingot. Wow, so there's only 1,000 of these made. I wonder if that's what the case is for all these other ones. I didn't even check. So the Roman head. Yeah, 1,000 of the Roman heads as well. Let's see the ram's head. Ram's head is one of 1,000 as well. So I was under the impression that some of these were more common than others, but so far. Oops, some of this packaging is coming off, so I gotta be really careful with that. This packaging has been broken a little bit here. This one's a sun. This is the sun. So there's a couple more types too that I don't have. But I'm very happy to have all 5 of these. That's very exciting for me. So check out the sun. Wow, very nice. Icon. That's the guy. That's the Usvi guy, Icon. This is also one of 1,000. So these are all 1,000 poured. 1,000 poured ingots each of these. I'm actually not sure about this toner. Let's find out about Pisces. Pisces, so this is a different reverse. You see, this doesn't say anything about the mintage, right? So there's probably some Pisces rounds out there where on the back it might say that it's from a controlled batch of 1 of 1,000. I'm not sure. You see that? So there are different types too of these for these rounds. So I'm really excited to pick these up. I'm really excited to be able to show these to you, and I hope you enjoyed this wonderful unboxing. Cheers!